Yeah, y'all see it down there at the bottom. It's once again my takeaways from this NBA draft. Um, some smoke and mirrors got applied with
Okay.
the first pick. I think it was quite easy to say most people thought Jabari Smith was going to go one. He ended up going three to Houston. Paolo Banchero from Duke, our most unliked university. They landed the guy. Now, I'll be honest with you. I kind of wondered why would Paolo go three, or what would make Jabari one. But I was riding along with the analysts and the experts, quote unquote. But I was just thinking about the size of Paolo Banchero, 6'10". They listed him around 245, 250. Big solid dude. But I was trying to figure out how he'd fit in Orlando, truthfully, because they got Mobama, they got young Franz Wagner, they got Moritz Wagner, they got Jalen Suggs, they got Cole Anthony. They've been keeping a top pick for a long time. So I'm waiting on Orlando and Jamal Mosley, who is the head there. This got to work, man. Like I'm tired of Orlando getting the number one pick or getting a three or whatever. I'm tired of it. I'm just literally tired of it. Like okay, look, you got enough now.
Okay.
You souped, as we say around here.
Mm-hmm.
You souped. I get it. You young. If Mosley is not the answer, if Coach Mosley is not the answer, then move on. But you soup now. Like y'all supposed to at least be fringe 7 or 8 in the East.
Does does what you saw from the young Grizzlies, make you expect more of these teams that stack all this talent through the draft and say y'all got to come on
But
with it?
you know what though? The Grizzlies, I think it was Jaren. Jaren was a lottery pick, and Ja was a lottery pick. They had Dylan. I don't know if Dylan Brooks was a lottery pick, but he was a very integral piece that their scout department got right.
So you telling me they got a Stanley Sugarman over there?
I think Memphis has not missed in the last few drafts. If you go back, they have not missed. Desmond Bain was hooping at TCU, and a lot of people passed on him because of whatever reason. But man, Desmond Bain's supposed to be your MIP, not Ja Morant. It's supposed to be Desmond Bain. Memphis has not missed. So whatever they doing in their house,
Dylan
they've
Brooks
done it
was,
right.
I'm sorry.
Go
Dylan
ahead.
Brooks was second round.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
He picked 45th overall.
And I want to say, or that was the year, that was when he come off that run with Oregon. I want to say maybe Sweet 16, something like that. Elite Eight. They had a decent little run. I forget his counterpart at Oregon, but he was a name. He was a decent name. But my takeaway from the draft, I was shocked by the first three, and I think that's just because I was really relying on sports media to get that right. Paolo Banchero, I think, could be a beast. I really do. I think he could be the best of those three. He's got all the physical tools. He's got all the athleticism. Now, truth be told, I'm a fan of Chet Holmgren. I'm a fan of Chet. I think Chet. I like his swag. I like his bravado. I like the fact that he knows he's 190 pounds with water applied to him, but he ain't scared to go out there and ball. That's all I'm saying.
They telling me against the big competition that he didn't show up to. That what they telling me.
You talking about in college?
No, outside, yeah, in college, outside of their conference.
Mm.
when you're playing against some of them other cats.
Like Duke. I know they lost to Duke that early in the year. I remember that. I'm trying to think of other games.
You go ahead. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna pull it up for you.
But but again, this is a league where you can blow on somebody and get a foul. So there are safety nets in place. I mean, so Chet don't have to be Kevin Durant. He could easily be, but I think his length and his size of his length, his skill set alone would allow him to be a 15, 20 point night guy. He can do it. I think he can play. Maybe he's young, so maybe that's just what, that may be the difference there when you talk about that first year. I think as he matures, he may figure out he is a stud, and it goes from there. But I think Chet Holmgren could be really good. But now I'm gonna be honest with you, Jabari Smith's gonna be talented. I think he'll fit well in Houston. But here's my pick for Rookie of the Year. It's Jaden Ivey. That's my pick for the Rookie of the Year. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna hold on to it. I want to follow. I want to be enamored with Banchero, but man, it's a whole lot of boys at Orlando where he don't necessarily have to be the stud. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have to be 25 a night. Chet Holmgren has the opportunity to stay in Oklahoma City and just get better every day, and they don't expect nothing from OKC. Jabari Smith, he'll kind of get clouded out because of the talent of Jalen Green and the KPJ, Kevin Porter Jr., and just being in the West. I think he'll be good. But I think the guy that has the opportunity to have the best impact of any top lottery pick is Jaden Ivey. He's in the right spot. Because think about it. What do we love? We love the point guard. If this kid is as he's advertised, as a PG in the East, where could we say point guard U is in the West right now? Could we say that safely? That point guard U is in the West.
Steph, Dame, Ja, Luka.
He's a point forward, by the way.
That man's a PGT. You can say it's heavier over there.
It's heavier in the West, right? Okay, so all Jaden Ivey got to do is allow Cade Cunningham to be the bucket that we expect Cade Cunningham to be. Move off ball. Go spray people down. If Detroit gets in the playoffs, let's just say they hovering around the playoffs. Because their roster is not a terrible roster. I know it's Detroit, and I know what a lot of people will be like, well, it's Detroit. But when you look at Ivy, Cunningham, Isaiah Stewart, Sadiq Bey, that's a really good group of guys starting for you. That's a good young core. And I think if Jaden Ivey comes in there day one, because he's gonna supplant Killian Hayes, that's a wrap. Killian Hayes going back to France and be back where he was at. Because Jaden Ivey starting day one. He give me 15 and 7. He your Roy. I think he's the Rookie of the Year. I really do. I think he's in the right situation. I think he can be just as effective. And if Detroit takes that step forward with Dwayne Casey at the helm, it's up from here. But one more thing I want to throw. Go ahead.
Before you get off that, is that take somewhat fueled by your love for his mother?
You talking about
love? Love is too strong. Respect for his mother. And again, in our family, you have been the strongest advocate for women's basketball.
Okay.
ain't this the boy who mama the coach
Yeah,
at?
yeah, she the coach of Notre
Okay,
Dame. She the coach of Notre Dame.
that was the biggest story from the draft for me. That was the story that I was like, damn, that's cool as fuck, man.
Like she worked with him. She got him right, got him
Like,
to the league.
because I don't be seeing that. We've
That's true.
seen the dad that being former player or high school coach, his son make to the league, but for the mama to be
That's true.
the hooper, and I'm talking about hooper,
Oh, she was cold now.
hooper, and then now
She got a
there's
title.
a coach
Yeah.
of one of them programs, like Notre Dame women's
She went
basketball.
back home. She went back home. She played for the program she's coaching right now, if I remember.
So that's
right.
big. So
Yeah.
is part of you kind of rooting for Mr. Ivey because of that?
But no, it's just really.
Or
I
you think
watched
he
him.
just like that? He just like that.
I watched him at Purdue, and I thought this guy's got some talent, some real talent. Like I know Banchero has the physical tools. I think this Ivy kid can play. Now, how can I put it? I don't want to sit here and say. No, I do want to sit here and say that. I think his mama is cerebral. I think she's taught him a lot of things. I think this is one of those opportunities where you get to see that ball is ball. Okay. It don't matter if it's the women that lace it up and raise the young man to be that hooper. Ball is ball. If you can think the game, if you can process information, if you can execute what you see in a timely manner, I think it don't really matter that your dad was this guy or whatever. I think it's gonna turn the narrative that hey, look, moms can coach too. You know what I'm saying? And if you really look at that young man and look at her that night, you look at how chill she was. She was like, I know I got me a stud. Mom was so chill. She had that whole suit on. She had that suit on and everything. And she was just like, and really he was over there still crying. And she was like, I know in her mind, she was like, I don't know why that boy crying. I raised you to hoop. Like that's all I did was raise you right and raise you to hoop. Like, boy, what you crying for? We was gonna get here from 8 years old in. Like, son, I knew this.
Right.
Wait,
Straight like
what
that.
you talking about? Like, baby, like, okay, yeah, mama didn't play in the WNBA for 12 years. I get it. But I do this. Like, she should have touched him up a little bit. That's kind of, I think he would being real disrespectful by crying in mama like that.
He
For
was just
real.
happy. He was happy.
And no. Suck that stuff up.
See there.
She should have told him, raise your head up now. We doing an interview. Like, she should have just been like, stop all that crying, boy.
See there.
Don't be interviewing. But yeah, he's talented. I'm proud for him. I love him. You know, she just kept with the interview.
Right.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. I think the kids got the ability in the East to, if he comes out day one and just starts killing it, I think he could be the rookie of the year. A lot of people didn't think Scotty Barnes was going to be the rookie of the year. I didn't see that coming either, but he was the rookie of the year. So I think this same thing can happen for this young man. I think Jaden Ivey was the wild card in this draft. And if he just starts tearing it up in the East, I personally think, because, you know, they're going to, of course, start saying, is he Zeke? Is he Isaiah Thomas? You know, like, this the last great point guard we had was Isaiah Thomas. And now we got Jaden Ivey, and he's got us in the playoffs, and he's done this. You know, it's narrative driven. It's
they better put some respect on Chauncey Billups' name, T. Chauncey got them a title.
Yeah, but Chauncey had to come through. Chauncey had to pull up. They had to come get him. He didn't just go there. Right. He didn't get drafted there. They had to come get Chauncey to be there.
Well, you remember that team was kind of like that. You know, they had to really piece that team together.
They had to piece it together. They did. Shout out to Joe Dumars for that team.
Which is so crazy how he missed on getting
Darko.
Carmelo. Yeah, Darko. Got Darko instead of Carmelo. He was so masterful and then blew
Joe,
that.
Joe, come holler and put on something. Go on, give us that reason why. I don't know if you got it anywhere else on wax.
Look, that shit there. That
Just come
that
holler.
they get Carmelo, that offensive, that bucket with all them defenders, they might have been dynastic.
Woo.
Shit.
Woo-wee. But look, last take, real quick. Did you see what them defending champs did?
Well, how did you feel about that pick?
I loved it.
So you actually, because it seemed like what I saw, folks didn't know what to say about it. Some folks now online, okay, Twitter, you know how the algorithm works. I've been vibing with evil stuff. I like evil stuff. So I've been liking and retweeting a lot of evil stuff shit. You know, when Steph cutting up, when he doing little stuff, flexing on people. I like that. Okay. Steph might want to flex on me. I picked Boston. Okay. But
know who you ain't gonna flex on. You gonna flex on me.
Oh yeah, you did have. Yeah, you couldn't gloat last week either because you were working.
They work, man.
But a lot of Warrior stuff been in my timeline because of that, and so they elated, you know. But it's Warrior accounts saying that, you know. I haven't really heard from. Seem like all these folks in big sports media still hung up on what's finna happen with Poole, GP2, Kuminga, Wiseman. How can they keep that together to allow Steph, Clay, Dre to pass the baton to them? So I haven't seen a lot from big sports media about
they gonna fund the money. They gonna bring the bags through.
Well, they talking about luxury tax. They talking about they don't give a damn about going over luxury tax.
Man, look, Golden State drafting Patrick Baldwin Jr. from Milwaukee. That's a scary pick, man. Like, I've seen a few clips of the kid. He's the kid that was a 5-star, went to play for his dad at Milwaukee. 6'10", sweet stroke. A lot of people said he was the best shooter in the draft. And you let that guy slip to Golden State. And Golden State say they got time. Like, they ain't in no hurry. That boy don't have to come produce today.
That's
true. They could let him get better for a year or two. That's the scary part. That's the thing from this draft that I just looked at and went, y'all really let him get there? Because in a lot of prognosticators' eyes, they looked at it as, if this kid came out from high school, he'd have been a top 10 pick. So you just slick let a kid that was a lottery pick that played 1 year at, I guess it's University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee. I think that's how they have the title, but Milwaukee. He was playing there.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid went and did what he did for his dad. And then he enters the draft and is working out and everything. And you let this guy slide.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shows you the elevation, the level at which Golden State scouts compared to other teams. Because they looked at that kid and they said, hey, look, you see this big old boy we got in this room? Keep his name up there right there. We're going to monitor him all season long. We're going to watch him.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably watched tape, went and watched games and said, you know, I don't see no drop off in his talent. Yeah, I know he didn't play against the greatest of talent, but he still got talent. He still can shoot. He's still 6'10". Ain't nothing changed here. You know what? We good right where we sit. We ain't got to move. Just wait on it. And then when they drafted him, it was like, holy crap. And the buzz is this kid was a potential top 10 that fell to the defending champs. That's scary, man. Combined with Moses Moody, combined with James Wiseman, combined with Jordan Poole, combined with Jonathan Kuminga, and I understand why you shaking your head. I know why you shaking your head. I know why. I know.
I'm gonna move off of that
All right.
because that's not good for my blood pressure. I'm gonna move to this. Okay.
All right.
As we were conversing, I was going back through Chet Holmgren's games, against the notable teams. Okay. He's interesting. He's interesting.
Okay.
One, because of the elephant in the room, white guy, American white guy, right?
Yeah.
And we know,
He's a Minnesota kid, I think. I think he's
and
Minnesota.
we know the league is starving for an American star white guy. I would say superstar white guy. Cause I've seen you like you had a couple stars for a hot second. Gordon Hayward made an all-star team. I think AK-47 back in the Andre Kirilenko, he not American though.
Yeah.
Dang, who other than Gordon Hayward made a all-star as an American white guy?
Love.
Kevin Love. Kevin Love was definitely a star.
Love.
Okay.
Give
Kevin
love.
Love, yeah. Show enough.
That's it, man.
I'm sure we missing somebody. He got look. Come on now. This the Larry Bird. One of these brothers got the Larry Bird Memorial Trophy tee. Well,
I think we there.
so the league wants it. You got Luka, but Luka from overseas. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So there's that. But then him to be 7 feet 190.
I mean,
7 feet can't be 200. That's intriguing to me. That's intriguing to me, though.
I know. And
that's just intriguing.
Yeah.
And then you got coming out of Gonzaga, and you already know how I feel about them boys.
I know.
You know, America, big sports media keeps forcing Gonzaga on me.
They do.
And they keep faltering.
They do.
Okay.
They do.
But I went back and looked, because you can't trust big sports media all the time. They just shouting out stuff. So just going back, just not to regurgitate what they're saying about him not showing up in the bigger games.
Right.
All right. Against Texas, he had 2 points on 1 of 3 shoot. Okay. Played 23 minutes. That was very, very early in the season. Very early in the season. All right. Against UCLA, he had 15. 6 of 8. So shooting well. Okay. 6 of 8. Against Duke, you're right, T. They did lose that game. He had 16 on 8 of 13. Okay. Against Alabama, they lost by 9. And Chet only had 10 in that game, went 3 of 9. Against Texas Tech, they won by 14. And Texas Tech was ranked 25th at the time. He only had 5 points in that game on 1 of 4 shooting. But they still won by 14. I don't know why they got it. Timmy didn't even do nothing in that game. He only had 7 points. So
they had Nembard and
I don't know what Texas Tech had going on in that game.
They had some other guys. In that
game. They had Nembard had 16, Bowden had 15. Yeah. All right. Against St. Mary's.
They lost that game, right?
Well, they played them several times. They beat them. They beat them one time, 74-58, and Chet had 11 points, 5 of 10. They played them another time. They lost by 10. Chet had 6 points on 3 of 7. Played them a third time. They won 82-69. Chet had 8 points on 3 of 9 shooting. In the tournament, I ain't counted Georgia State opening round. Okay, they supposed to do that. They played Memphis. He had 9 points, only 9 points, but he was 4 of 7.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He can play, man.
Like I'm wondering, you get some shots up, and then against Arkansas, he had only 11 points, but he was 5 of 9.
That was the game they lost, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like Timmy took 19 shots,
yeah.
but
That's the key.
Holmgren took 9.
I think that's the thing because Holmgren was doing a lot of other things defensively.
Well, he played 14 fewer minutes. He fouled out. He had 5 fouls. So is that a problem with his lack of size that the folks can limit his shots? You can take him away. Cause I see in some of these games that he didn't score a lot. It seems like he was being efficient, but he didn't get a lot of shots off. Or like in that game, he fouled out. Is he gonna be a defensive liability? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, he ain't gonna be a defensive liability. He's way too long and too athletic for that. I think the idea behind Chet Holmgren is, um, if he can be 7'1", was he listed at 7'1", 7 feet?
7.
Okay, so 7 foot. Let's just say he's 7 foot 220. Let's just say. Let's just say he's around 7'15", 215 to 220. That's about it. Because they saying his frame is not going to put on a lot more. So what he is pretty much what he is.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say he does eat a little more ice cream and peanut butter and put 15, 20 more pounds on. I mean, I think he can be a very, very a good talent in today's league. I really do. I think he has the skill set. He can shoot it from 3. He can recover very well defensively and get blocks. I think he can do all of that, man. I think he can do. I think if he doesn't realize, how some players got to recognize that, okay, these are the things I can do well, and these are the things I'm gonna do well. I think that Chet Holmgren. I don't think Chet Holmgren's gonna be 30 ball.
Okay, let's go there. What's the ceiling? Solid. A solid could be either you coming off the bench or you're a starter, but you're great at your role. So you just solid. You in that game, you're solid. I know what I'm getting from. So solid, all-star, all NBA, superstar.
I'm gonna say his ceiling. I'm trying to think of the West right now with bigs. I think he could be all-star for sure. I think he has an all-star type ceiling. I think it's gonna be he's gonna have to be he's just gonna have to be a force. He's going to be a force. He does not have the physical build that other guys have that are in this draft. He's not Jabari. He's not Paolo. He's not those guys. But I will say this. I don't think that young man is going to back down. I think he's going to play very well. And Oklahoma City is constructing something over there that I think will allow him to be one of those guys that, okay, nightly, you're going to get 16, 18. Let's just say if his stat line is 18, 8, 5, 3 and 2, or 2 and 2, that's what I expect from him. He's going to give it to you on both ends. I do. I mean, he's so long, he's got to give it to you on both ends. I watched him play the passing lanes, and that's impressive. For a guy his height to play the passing lanes, that's crazy, man. 7 foot playing passing lanes like that, you don't see that every day. So I really do think the kid's gonna be good. I just think he ain't gonna be your Luka. He ain't gonna be no 25, 30 a night. But I do think the kid's got the other things that will allow him to be, everybody, some cats have made an all-star one time. I think he can make an all-star one time with the direction the West is going. I think he can do that.
Okay. All right. Well, there it is, America. Those are Tim G takeaways from the NBA draft. And our family, this is our resident GM now, America. So make sure y'all double back
Just the guy.
As the NBA season progresses. My brother has put it on something. He says Jaden Ivey will be your rookie of the year. All right, so that's something that you can see definitively next year, whether or not that comes true. You said Paolo has a chance to be special.
Paolo does have a chance to be special. I really
Okay.
do.
right.
I haven't said that about a Dookie now. Let's get this clear. I have never said this about a Duke Blue Devil.
Well, he does, John. You ain't think that about Zion? I know you went. I know you said to take Ja over him. You did say that. You were on record with that. You were on record with that. But hey, I'm just saying his name because he does join the likes of Zion and Kyrie coming out of Duke and going number one.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So,
he could. Paolo has got such a great build. He's got a basketball body. That's the thing that is most impressive about him is that his physical attributes and his skill set are a match set. I just hope Orlando don't waste this. That's my only fear. Orlando could waste this kid. That's my problem with Orlando. Like, I touted Jalen Suggs last year. I think Jalen Suggs could still be good. Cole Anthony has been good. You got Mobama, Wagner, all these boys. And you got Paolo coming in there. And I'm just waiting on Orlando to just go on and take it a notch up. And will they? I mean, we've been waiting on Orlando for a while now.
Well, I tell you, every time they get it right, the person they get it right with leaves or gets hurt.
They need to bring back Dale Harris.
Think about what Orlando, that franchise
bring Penny in then.
Shaquille O'Neal. That franchise had Penny. Shaq left. Penny got hurt. Now, Shaq leaving, that's their fault.
True.
Because they didn't want to give him the stupid bag.
True.
Okay, that's dumb. Dwight left. Well, before Dwight leaving, they pulled in T-Mac. You pull in Grant Hill. Grant Hill gets hurt. They screwed up pulling in Tim Duncan. Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers said that Tim Duncan. No. See, that's.
I told Doc not to coach. Stay at home.
New thing on this show to put words in people's mouth now.
I told Doc stay home.
Doc didn't want to let that man and woman be on the flights with them. They could have. So think about that. Even with Grant being hurt, they still could have had T-Mac and Tim Duncan.
You could have.
Oh, I tell you the truth. But that franchise, bro, it's like they done had some boy come through that thing.
I don't think I done came through.
Shut your mouth.
Matter of fact, I did come through because when me and my wife was leaving Florida one time, we had gotten sidetracked on the interstate and ended up down in Orlando. We had went to visit in Orlando some friends and stuff. And I ended up downtown Orlando to this arena. And there was a homeless man sitting at the front steps of the arena. And I went, this is the Orlando Magic Arena? This is ridiculous. No. They need to do something else with that arena. If that's the same arena they got today, they need to do something else. But that was terrible. That was like sitting at arena in downtown Jackson.
Shut your damn mouth.
Lying.
Shut it.
I ain't lying.
Put it on something.
My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.